Alright, welcome back everyone to Nighty Playbook. For some reason the screen is weird. Bear with me for a second. Everybody's zoomed out.
Love that.
Love it for us.
Me and Ben are Margani. Oh, just kidding.
Hang on, let me fix that.
What's your best Marg impression?
For some reason...
Oh, sweetie. I mean, right now, I'm just saying we need to go to that club and get some beer and drink and...
Huh. Alright.
That was pretty good.
Oh, honey, I know I'm pretty good. Alright. Oh.
Alright, I approve. I approve.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was skill exploits. There's a bunch of other ones under operative exploits. It's at the bottom of the operative list.
Oh,
BT
okay.
Okay, why is it not obeying me?
Oh, if you're still looking at the double knife thing there, Marg, there was the fighter one that I took, remember? The 2-weapon?
Mm-hmm.
That was the fighter exploit dual wield style.
And everybody's just leveling up right now, so bear with us.
We love a good level up.
Good level up. Most players do. Respect
Never
the
will
player
complain.
and the game.
Respect the hustle.
You know it.
Don't tell me character not found. What do you mean?
That's rough, buddy.
Don't womp womp me.
Wah wah.
Looks to suck.
Dog.
How can you hear my dog?
E. I heard him
Aw.
last session too. It was cute.
He's been very yippy lately. I don't know if it's just because Anna's not in the room with him or what, but...
Okay. We are all fixed. Let me just get that proper.
Better than hearing my dog go to fucking town on these bones behind me. Sorry.
So, last time we left off, as they were still leveling up, the team themselves made their way over to Tython to meet up with the council. In the process, afterwards, meet up with a couple other apprentices and knights, along with Nidak and Margani, kind of trying to persuade a couple bounty hunters and smugglers. They ran off, and immediately explosions happened all around Tython, including destroying the Dreaded Council. With it, many ships at that immediate point started to land, attacking from the court itself. Immediate first priority was to get all the Padawans, apprentices, and younglings out. A few moves that you guys made, along with Corum, decided to ram one ship into another. You're able to finally make your way out, collecting yourself a total of 13 children with you. Making your way back to the ship and taking off, immediately trying to find your way to get through the blockade and immediately put into course, not knowing exactly where you're going. Until later on you found out that you're on your way, locked in, going over to Kamino. You have technically 15 people with you, 2 apprentices and 13 younglings. And you have about a 3 to 4 day, depending on any kind of asteroid field or anything like that would block the hyperdrive from going to where it needs to go to get to Kamino, unless you need to change your course. Day 1 is finished. If you guys can take a long rest, you're absolutely able to do so. And we go on to day 2. Children are kind of scattered around, find a spot to sleep, or just kind of all find one room and just kind of hang out together in it.
I think I probably ended up, shoving as many of them in my room as possible.
Fair enough.
Sleep over at Shotgun.
At least the younglings.
And to remind you, none of them actually have a full-fledged lightsaber. Even the apprentices yet don't have an actual true combat lightsaber. They only have a training lightsaber, which is completely useless in a real combat.
Okay.
So, and most of them, unless you decide to openly tell them, don't even know that any of you are force wielders. They just assumed that you were nice people that decided to give them a ride and save them from the terrifying home that they just left.
They might know I am because I was wielding my sabers.
Oh, that's true. You were. Okay, so
And you force ran with them too.
So
I on the other end. How old are they, player to DM?
they're all of them. So the younglings are all around 5. The 2 apprentices are just short of 10.
And then we also have Nora, right?
Correct. And Nora herself is like 14, 15.
And what's her rank? Did you guys find that out when you were before the temple went boom boom? Is
I
she
think
just
Nora
an
was
apprentice?
just a Padawan.
She is an apprentice. Her master is part of the council. To remind you, her master is part of the council, and she kept trying to reconvene with the council to try to persuade them to allow her to go to her home world due to the current problems with the civil war on her home world. And she wanted to represent the Jedi Council to try to create peace treaties to allow her home world to prosper again without war.
I know at some point I will definitely go talk to the younglings, but I don't know if there are other things that other people want to do first.
Okay.
I don't take up a lot of time.
I think you're free up because it looks like 2 people are still going through their character sheets at least. So go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if like all of them are gonna be in Shotgun's room or if I don't remember how big my room is versus how many.
So your room
kids
itself,
it can fit.
with them, you can't fit them all in your room. If you decide to share a bed and then have some space, you could probably fit either like half the younglings or the 2 apprentices with you. You know, like 5, maybe 6, depending on size. You could probably fit in the room with you comfortably, allowing them to sleep. Standing, you could fit more. Laying down, obviously, that's where you can probably only do 6. And then
Gotcha.
that's very much cosplay hotel very situation. Every inch of the floor is being taken to save money.
Yeah. I think in that instance, probably younglings more so in my room,
Okay.
whereas I think the slightly older Padawans are probably a little more capable of handling things. I am gonna start going and checking on the younglings, just to make sure that they are okay. I know I kind of checked over some of them and they weren't really injured, but another check would be good.
Okay. As you take some time going through each individual youngling, checking for any kind of wounds or anything physical, metaphysical, anything like that, they all seem to be good, and after a long night's rest, they seem to be in decent well spirits considering. With the exception of the apprentices, none of them had a master yet, and they had no true attachment to any specific person, and they were still taught not to have attachment, nonetheless. A lot of them are kind of focused on each other and trying to just convince each other that this is the will of the Force. Being led usually by the 2 apprentices. I'll give you the names for the 2 apprentices. There's a male human named Jakar Biblil, Biblil, and a female Togruta, whose name is Lana. How do I put it in? Kimelm, Kimelm, and they're not that old.
K-I-L.
Kimelm.
Sorry, I write slow and my
That's all right.
fingers are cold right now.
Sorry. And
Okay.
they seem to be trying to make up for where there are no assumable masters, and they are trying to be like the big brother or sister of the situation, trying to ease the younglings as much as possible.
And I'm sorry, how old do those two look?
Maybe 12 at most.
Okay.
I'll also say that Nora just found her spot over in like medical, and just decided to take like the medical bed and just lay on that.
Okay.
She is not as she's more detached than they are. Since this happened, she's kind of been on her own throughout the night, and she has not really taken the time to convince the younglings of their safety. She's just kind of been on her own.
I will check on her in a little bit, but for now, I think the younglings are going to be my concern.
Fair enough.
I'll kind of like knock on the door so I don't like startle them too much. Hello?
Come in.
Sorry to interrupt. Are you all right?
Oh, we're fine. Yeah, we're. I mean, I think all considered. Thank you, for getting us out of there, but without being rude, where are you taking us?
As far as I can tell, we were just concerned about getting out of there. I believe we're on our way to Kamino.
Oh. They kind of like look at each other like they're not sure what Kamino is, but okay.
I can't say I've actually been there either, so I don't know what to tell you right now, other than the fact that you are safe, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that you stay that way. I am Shokin de Guevara, Jedi Knight.
In the room, they kind of all introduce themselves in order. The one who's kind of like seems a little bit more mature but not actually older is a Mon Calamari male named, he introduces, I'm Tankar.
Sorry, how do you spell it?
Taqueuer.
Okay.
And this is my sister Jesma. And then two female Twi'leks speak up. I'm Dovina, and then another one says Avin Fen. And then a male Twi'lek responds with Raseka. And those are the ones that are currently in that room.
Okay. There were two female Twi'leks?
Yeah, two female Twi'leks and one male Twi'lek.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to get all this down.
No, you're good. So the first one is Dovena. That's D'Vena.
Okay. What color Twi'lek is she?
She's like a like almost kind of like a beigeish purple, kind of like almost kind of like a humanoid kind of purple.
Okay.
Along with Avin Fen, Ayvn', but the male Raseka is green.
Green. Okay.
Kind of like almost kind of like he even has like maybe part of his tribe originally. It looks like he actually was kind of born with tattoos.
Okay. apologize. It will take me a little bit of time to learn all of your names, but I will get them down.
Yeah. It's all right. It's fine. It's a lot going on right now. We understand.
If there's anything that I can get for you guys, more blankets, food.
It is it is kind of cold on here. Blankets would be great, unless you have any kind of coats or something like that. We're not really dressed for. You can definitely tell that they're obviously came from a warm climate and really go to the coldest space, and you can tell that they're kind of having chill to them. Whatever you got would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll return with some blankets shortly, and maybe I can scrounge up some snacks in the meantime. I don't know what we have on the ship, but yeah.
The female Mon Calamari immediately just looks at you, and she seems like the youngest one out of them, not only just in age but in size. And she immediately just runs up to you, and she kind of yanks on your shirt, kind of pulls down at you.
Yes, Jasmine?
She immediately comes by and just gives you a big hug, and she just immediately closes her eyes, and she's like, "Thank you from saving us from all of them."
Of course. It's my duty to look after you guys. It's the least I could have done.
And she just looks at you, and she looks back at them, and they just kind of nod, and and she just kind of takes a train saber and gives it to you. Thank you.
Oh, no, hold on to that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if I have time, I can teach you guys some things that I've learned myself.
Oh, that'd be great. We greatly appreciate that.
Keep it as something to protect yourself, even if it's just a small thing.
Okay.
Everything will be alright, I promise.
She puts it back in her holster, which, different from most Jedi, is actually on the back of her belt instead of on the side.
Okay. Alright, well, you guys hang tight. I will be right back with all of those things. I'm gonna also go check on the other younglings and Padawans.
Okay.
But if you need me, just either peer out the door or come looking for me. I will just say that some of the other crew are not as used to Jedi and Force users, so just be a little cautious around them. Give them space. They shouldn't hurt you or anything, just, give them space, be cautious. That's all I can ask.
They all look at each other. Okay, yeah, we'll just stay here. It's probably better. We don't want to cause any trouble. We'll just stay here and hang out in the room. This is fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be back. She awkwardly shuffles out, and then goes on to the next room of younglings.
Okay. As you find the other crew of younglings that are also with the two apprentices, Jakar and Lana.
Okay.
You find two Wookiees, a female and a male. They look actually like twins. You see two females, and then you see two Wookiees, a female and a male, and you see three female humans and one male human.
I'll kind of go through the same spiel of introducing myself, letting them know that they're safe and that we're on our way to Kamino.
Okay.
And that, I'm going to do whatever I can to look after them, and we'll figure out where to go from here. And then I guess I would just spend a few extra minutes to learn their names and if they need anything.
Okay. The female Wookiee introduces herself as Fahrua, Fahrua. The male is Raruka, Raurka. The male human, who seems considerably young compared to the rest of them, is named Kuna Lergo, Kunalergo. And the females themselves look like they're all sisters, or at least maybe they were born from like the same tribe, but they're all humans. One's,
There were 3 of them?
yeah, 3. One's name Tala, Tala. Another one is Sarah, Sara, and the other one is Mida, Mida.
Okay, and then they are either sisters or...
They come from the same tribe of some kind of human colony.
Do the girls have any distinct traits that I can use to tell them apart?
Not really. I mean, they don't look exactly the same. They just have similar builds, similar looks, but they don't look like twins or anything like that. Tala herself is a darker skin female. Sarah herself, blonde hair, light complexion, and Mida is similar to Sarah, but she's a little bit taller.
Okay. Okay, so there was the 2 Wookiees, the male human child, and then the 3 human girls.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And then they were in the room with the other 2 apprentices.
Correct.
Think that's everybody?
Yep. That'd be 13 plus 2 apprentices, because you guys collected 15 people. 16 with 16 with Nora.
Okay.
You guys have created yourself a little family.
These are my ducklings. I know the other younglings were needing some blankets and maybe a bit of food. Is there anything I can get you all?
Well, we were... You wouldn't by any chance have like anywhere where we could train, would you?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. But I will find a room that you can do so, and I will let you know as soon as possible, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we were in the class when it got attacked of training with the lightsaber. We were hoping to continue our training, even if it was for a little bit. So if you're able to find a spot, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Of course. I'll figure that out and let you know. I'll bring you guys some blankets and food as well.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
If you need anything, shout for me, and then I'll also give them like a better versed spiel of leave the other crew alone.
Yeah, sure. Don't look him directly in the eyes. They don't like that.
And then I guess after that, I will take a quick moment to gather blankets and food, distribute that, and then I'm gonna go find Nora real quick and make sure that she is okay.
Okay. Nora's room is not closed because it's the medical bay. And she's not sleeping right now, but she's just she's doing a very shitty version of meditation. You can tell that maybe it's the anger, maybe it's the unbalance, but she can't get proper meditation. It's almost like someone who can't get comfortable trying to sit in a proper pose, like they just can't do yoga correctly, kind of thing like that. And you can just tell, just like there's almost like a wave off her that just, not like it's bad, but it's just like you can just have to tell that this is phases her so much that trying to balance herself is going to be a daunting task, but she's trying.
100%. I'll kind of like make a little bit of a noise so that she knows I'm there. That way I'm not just like walking straight up to her and like scaring the shit out of her.
Like you know, like when someone looks like when they're trying to force their eyes closed and she just like peeks one open. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just. Oh God, I can't. I can't anyway. What's up?
I just wanted to check on you. I know yesterday was a lot, and it looks to me like you're struggling.
Been trying to.
Is there anything I can help with?
I've been just trying to contact my master, and I think he survived, but I can't focus. And I've, to be honest, I've never been really good at the finer points of the Force. I've been still trying to hone it as much as possible. Just never thought I had to go into such dire situations so quickly like this.
I think most Padawans would not expect to deal with such circumstances. May I join you?
She just kind of like scoots over a little bit and tries to reposition herself. Please.
I'll kind of like sit cross-legged beside her.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from contacting your master, is there something specific that's bothering you? Something that's preventing you from reaching out?
I can't stop hearing their screams. I mean, like, how do you not hear it? I mean, I can hear. I'm assuming the ones that didn't survive, just so many of them burning. I mean, it's almost edged to my skull. Every time I close my eyes, I just hear them. Just want them to get out.
I think that's not something you'll ever really get out of your head. I fought in the war since I could hold a lightsaber, really. Sometimes I still do hear screaming. Less so from my fellow Padawans, but civilians, other soldiers. I guess after time it just kind of becomes background noise. If you've had to listen to it a lot. I can't and won't tell you to ignore it. But perhaps you can find solace in knowing that the fallen Jedi have rejoined the Force, and that they are not suffering in this world, in this galaxy. Vengeance is not our way, but maybe we can find them justice. Find out what happened.
An obvious emotion illustrated from her of surprise and excitement. She's never heard justice in put in this way. You willing to get I know it's not supposed to be the way, but revenge, I guess?
I would not say revenge, but if there is anything that I am, it is not a typical Jedi. The Force is strong, and I can use that to aid other life forms, including myself. If that means that I can harness that power and that knowledge to find out what happened, who did this, and why, then that's something that I will do. Even if that means that I have to train all the Padawans upstairs. Do not confuse revenge for justice. Otherwise that will lead you down a path that may not be something that you can return from.
than justice, then. I guess anything will do.
Insight check.
Okay.
Ooh. That's not good. Oh, well, actually, never mind. My insight's pretty good. But it is a 10.
10. There is disappointment in what you said from her as she responded, hoping that maybe your version of justice would have meant actually, let's go find these people and deal our version of justice. You assume in her mind that's what she wants, even though she knows better. But she is taking your words to heart.
Okay.
We're going to pause on you. We're going to let some of the other players get
Go
checks.
for it.
Whoever else wants to go. How about Nidak?
So he had been watching Shotgun make her caregiving rounds, and when she had gone off to talk to Nora, he would have kind of, not that he was skulking, but he was kind of skulking, and go up to the room full of the Padawans and the apprentices, and knock on the door.
Okay. They immediately, one of them, very low voice, immediately yells, come in.
Door opens, he's gonna have his hood up, walk in.
They kind of like
Greetings!
pull themselves back a little bit. We have not met you yet. Who are you?
He's gonna throw back his hood. Oh, I'm Nidak. A pleasure.
What kind of reading are you giving off? Just what kind of vibe are you trying to really kind of entail right off the bat?
You ever seen Suicide Squad? You know where the Joker's got the guy that hit on Harley Quinn in the back, and he's being overly friendly, but it's like this might go.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's the vibe.
Okay, all right. A few of them kind of step back, very distraught by you. A few of them kind of just are more curious, and they kind of move closer. And they go through the names and introduce themselves to you.
The ones that came closer, he's gonna like kneel down so he's a little bit closer, and kind of like look around like he's worried someone's gonna hear, like conspiratorial. I heard that you wanted to train. Is that right?
Oh, well, we were in the training course, and we wanted to keep on with our studies. Yeah.
Oh. Well, how about this? And he'll look up to the two apprentices. You two, and any of you who feel training is important, you can come meet me tonight in the cargo bay. But, there is a price for my goodwill and the training lessons that perhaps you'll teach me or I'll teach you. But there is a price. The price is we will talk of truth and we will talk of choices. That is all.
Immediately taking
And
the
then
authority
Go
figure,
ahead.
the female apprentice, Lana, immediately steps forward and kind of like puts her arm barring them from you and be like, speak plainly. What do you want?
He's gonna stand up. Just as I said, to talk, to train. Knowledge of the blade and knowledge of the mind are both equally important.
She's gonna make an insight check on you. She's kind of like the mother hen right now of the group, so she's being super protective.
That's why I did it one shot and wasn't here.
That's an.
I'm dealing with the second hen.
That's only an 8. Just roll me a deception check. Just roll me a deception check.
Hey, that's a 5.
Okay. She looks at you and she kind of decides to push up as close as she can to you, and she puts her hand on her saber. But she doesn't grab it. She just puts her hand on it like a cop holding his holster. Listen. I don't know you, and you clearly don't know me or them. But get this straight. This might be your ship, your friend's ship, and we are grateful that you saved us. But if I find out that you have any malicious intent, I will put my life on the line to kill you. Do you understand?
Absolutely. Spoken like a true Jedi. Well on your way.
I'll make sure that they attend
So?
tonight's festivities.
See you then. No one leave.
She immediately closes the door right behind you. What about Morgani?
What time is it right now?
An internal clock would put it as about like early afternoon. You're in space. You don't have the light of where you are because you're kind of in the middle of
It's like
space.
the next day, or
Yeah, this is day 2. This is the day
Okay,
after you guys
okay.
left Tython.
just to clarify, excellent. Early afternoon sounds like a good time to rise and shine. Yeah, it takes about early afternoon. But then she finally emerges from her room, goes straight to the kitchen area, which I guess is like one of the lounge areas on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Gets some snacks. Is tempted to get a beer, but decides, no.
Your stomach's still
girl.
unset from that motor oil you were drinking?
No, it's not that. It's just later.
Hyperdrive fluid
Gets-
really get you all buzzed?
Love that battery acid. Gets a soda and then walks into the. I'm blanking on the space. The control room where we drive the ship and do the
The bridge?
things.
The bridge?
Yeah, the cockpit. Yeah, how could I forget that name? Yeah, strolls on into the cockpit. Like nothing ever happened yesterday, except for the fact that she's like still bruised as fuck. She's got a black eye, a swollen lip. Took as much healing from Nidak, and did not bother healing the rest of it, other than whatever sleep did.
Mm-hmm.
She just walks in, doesn't say anything, has a little bit of a small pep in her step, like, yeah, nothing's wrong. Totally just sits down in her seat, lounges, and just starts eating whatever, like, granola bar kind of thing she has.
Okay, so you go on the bridge. Just question, Corum, were you up on the bridge too, or were you actually in your room?
No, I would be there.
You'd be there? Okay. So, randomly, as you go up there and you're, like, sitting down, to your surprise, you both find a droid walking around.
Like it
You know,
comes
there's a-
walking in.
Just like, he just, like, popped out, like, a closet and walks around. Doesn't say anything. He's more of an automaton, more of an actual humanoid version of an actual protocol droid. And he's randomly doing diagnostics on the ship.
Just gonna, like, look behind my chair and, like, watch him go. And I just go, let's keep eating.
Hey, droid, who the hell are you?
Greetings. I am CX-16. I am your diagnostic droid for the ship.
Where did you come from?
You mean you don't know where that came from?
No.
I've been working on the ship. I've been here this whole time. I came with the ship. I believe, are you the captain? Corum,
Yeah, I
I was
am,
told
but
of
there was
your-
no.
of your purchase of the ship. I'm the I am serviced with the ship itself, and I am, all intents and purposes, linked to the ship. I can't really go much further than the ship itself, and I run diagnostics as if I'd be running diagnostics on my own body.
Can you repair stuff? Can you use the systems? What can you do here?
That's exactly what I do, sir. I actually go around and I'm able to actually understand what the ship's needs are, go through, repair things, and make sure maintenance is tip-top shape.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're CX-13, you said?
16.
16. Okay. All right.
Don't pull me together with those 13 models. Those are outdated models.
Sorry, wouldn't want to step on any robotic toes here. Oh my god.
Sir, please understand, I do not have toes either.
Oh, shut up. Is there anything else on this ship that I don't know about? Shut up, Mark. Is there anything else on this ship that I need to know about?
Well, I do not know of your psyche, sir. What do you know about the ship?
I know it's a ship. I know it can fly. I know it can shoot. I know it's got hyperdrive. I know it's got engines. Is there any other little hidden robots around the ship that I don't know about?
Well, if you're looking for any more droids, I am the sole droid on the ship, sir. But if you're inquiring to get more droids, I can make sure that can be taken care of for you.
Oh man. All right. Maybe I don't know right now. There's a lot going on. Just do your diagnostics. Let me know if anything's wrong.
Well, not to intrude you, sir, but I've already noticed 5 different issues with the ship ever since we've left Titan.
Yeah, one of them's behind me. What's the others?
I just drink to that.
I do not want to intrude, and not to say that medical is my profession, but your companion here seems to need some kind of medical attention. She looks... I'm pretty sure that's not part of her...
No, she normally looks that rough. Don't worry.
Oh!
Fuck off. I'm
Okay.
fine. Thank you.
I think there was a shot taken at the ship as you were leaving. The hyperdrive fluid is leaking. It seems like our navigational data is off. Some of the shields are degrading.
Yeah, go fix the leak thing.
All right.
You misunderstand
Hey,
this.
16, prioritize most of yours at least. Go repair what you can. Let me know what you can't. And then I think we're still aiming for Utapau, right? Or, I'm sorry, Kamino.
Yes, Kamino is on the, as he immediately goes over there and immediately kind of like presses the buttons to look at that. We are still heading to Kamino, sir.
Okay, keep us on track for Kamino. Repair what you can. Let me know what you can't. When we get there, we'll work on repairing the rest.
That is perfect. I will make my way over and start working on the hyperdrive right now. He starts moving his way down.
Thank you.
He kind of looks like C-3PO, but he has a little bit more mobility to his limbs.
Okay.
And he's a little more hollowed out, kind of like Phantom Menace C-3PO, where he was more just kind of buckets and bolts.
Okay, so in other words, we need to get him skinned.
Yeah.
Good thing we have a ton of younglings.
Wait, what?
I can't.
Is this a finger painting project?
Yeah,
One was the real
let's go
Sith
with that.
after all.
We're gonna go with that. Yeah, no. So he's like, all right. Do we know what's going on the ship? Do you know what's going on at Marg?
Why would I know what's going on?
Because you've been out there.
Out where? I went to my room and I came right here.
I haven't been out of the cockpit. Okay, I'm trying to
You
see.
need a little nap. You want me to
No,
take you
I
first?
don't. No, I'm fine. It was on autopilot. I got a few hours last night. I'm all right.
Probably smells really fresh in there, too.
Probably does. It's like hit a bunch, just the vent.
I must say, like, if you're in a ship in space, it must start getting really rank in there quite quickly.
We got space showers somewhere, I'm sure.
Well, do me a
Space
favor.
Febreze.
Maybe at least go freshen up. If you need to go take some shut eye, I can drive a ship. It's not rocket science.
I mean, it kind of is, but
It technically is.
it's like rocket math. But no, I'm fine. I can set the autopilot. I'm probably going to in a minute here. Hang on.
Don't be dumb. Come on.
I'm not being dumb. Calm down.
I'm trying to be helpful for once.
I'm glad we agree on that. He's like, hang on, and he
Can't
grabs
you
the
just have
headset.
sex
And
and get over with? Damn.
She's married. I can't.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not a slut like her. Anyway,
Damn!
Like some people. I wasn't gonna say her. Come on.
HR? Ship HR?
I'm the.
CX-16.
I would like to
Captain
report that I'm
and
also
HR?
the ship HR here. Do we have a problem with any kind of companion?
You see that?
CX-16, you specialize in human resources for
Looking
extraterrestrial
right in the
reasons.
background. Oh, snap.
Do you see that thing that says torpedo chute? Put your complaint in there.
You just got.
He's just like, no, I'm gonna go shower here in a second, and then we're gonna have a ship meeting thing. Hang on, and he's gonna like reach up, pull down the comm, and he's like, oh, attention, passengers of the Raven's Maw. I am Coram, ship captain. I'm sure you know some of our crew already. I'm gonna give a quick briefing here in about 45 parsecs here. Everybody meet in the cargo bay. There should be enough room, I'm hoping, for everyone there. I'll address any concerns and whatever at that point, but everybody meet there, make your way there in the next 45 or so. And he's gonna turn off the mic.
You want to
Badass
meet
name
with
for a
all
ship,
of
by the way.
them?
Thanks. I'm like, yeah. We've got kids on the ship. We've got people who have no idea what the hell's going on. We need to address this
Bro,
before
take them to
panic.
the next planet over and drop them off.
That's the plan. But I also don't want them panicking for the next couple days on this ship.
I do love how you guys are like your polar opposites of your actual Blades characters. It's pretty great.
So?
Do you appreciate being locked up in a small space for long periods of time, not knowing what's going on?
Well, I haven't heard screaming and crying yet, so I'm not worried.
You haven't gone over there, you said.
At that moment, you
I mean,
hear
I
some screaming and
walked through
crying.
the ship. I can hear, at least.
Okay, well, you're also not a 5-year-old. I mean, well, you act like one sometimes.
Is every conversation just gonna be you taking a shot at me?
I mean, 90%, yeah.
I would prefer a different kind of shot, honestly. This is just unbearable.
Again, I don't swing that way with you, but that's okay. I'm gonna go shower. And he like gets up from the seat and he's like, all right, just 45, meet us down there, please. And yes, please keep an eye on the controls. If anything happens, let me know.
Okay.
I am a wonderful pilot. I will.
I'm
have
sure
this
you
under
are.
control.
I have no doubt.
Go. Get out of here.
I'm going.
You're bothering me.
I had a
Alright.
nickel.
I'm gonna literally just sit in the pilot chair and do absolutely nothing.
Just put your feet on the
Just
actual
kick
controls.
my feet up. Yeah, just kick my feet up and drink some soda.
I was
play on my
waiting for the
holocom.
like you just to sit and be like, I'm Cora.
I at one point she will. Be like,
I'm
No,
so
I'm
cool.
not.
I got a ship.
I'm not feeling the ego boost, so I don't know what his problem is.
Natural.
All right. After you go down and head to to go take your space shower, immediately, Margani, you start to notice that there seems to be something coming in on the holopad for communications, and it's starting to load itself in. But it's coming in
Perfect. I
kinda
click
steady.
enter.
Okay. There's no enter button, but we'll just say you press the big
Oh,
button.
well, whatever the answer button is.
Okay. Immediately coming into the communication, it looks like it's not showing anything right now, but it's like loading in what looks like a mass-wide communication to all signals in the galaxy. It looks like it's being loaded in like roughly about 30 seconds. What do you do?
I open a bag of chips, space chips, and I kick my feet up and I wait for it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Am I supposed to? Can they see me? Can I turn my video camera off on the Zoom call?
No, this is a message to everyone
It's
in the
just a
galaxy.
message.
So yeah.
Okay, cool.
After
I'm
about
all
30
ears. I'm here to
seconds,
see.
immediately, you see a slender man wearing a long, like, silverish white cloak. Draped down, like, covered down, like, has the cloak covered over his body, has a hood up, but he's wearing a black, almost Sith-like mask. Just holding a staff
Okay.
in his hand.
Oh.
Any
Crazy.
accents that he has in his colors are accents of gold. This is a message to all who occupy the galaxy. We are the court, and I am Valencor. You all know of us, you have all have seen us, but now it is time for us to officially show ourselves. We have destroyed your Jedi. We have destroyed the Sith. We have pulled their ranks into ourselves. Your Mandalorians are no help to you. Anyone that you find as an army is useless to you. Know this. No war will exist. No empire. No republic. There will only be us and you. Anyone who has any debate about that will start to see our troops land in every planet within the next several nights. Whether they are force wielders, whether they are soldiers, understand that they all follow an order that you must follow as well. Any acts against us will immediately end in yours, your friends, your family's death. No one can help you. No one can save you. For this is the way of things now. We are the court, and we now control the galaxy. And the communication ends.
Use this for props. I'm just gonna be sitting with her feet up, just watching it, the popcorn. Well, that sucks.
It's a big old bummer.
Hey, they didn't say slavery's legal, so. But they also didn't say it's illegal, so.
To say what's legal?
Slavery, that's the only thing Mark has morals on.
Alright. So,
Well, I'm just gonna eat popcorn,
just
watch
gonna
it,
chill
and then
it?
let it go.
I just saw some space popcorn. Alright, cool. For the rest of the group, what do y'all want to be doing? None of you heard this message or saw it. Or you're just taking your space shower, chilling, hoping everything's good.
He's tanking.
Yeah, it's not nighttime yet for Nidak. So,
Well, yeah, and Corum wants to have that meeting in a little bit too in that spot, so
that's true.
maybe that should come first, and then nighttime escapades. He's gonna be Nidax is gonna be sitting drinking a hot cup of tea in number 4 in the forward lounge.
Okay.
I believe I was with Nora.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know what I just interrupted.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. Seeing as I didn't hear the communication, I'm proceeding as normal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would have heard quorums. Do you still want to try meditating, or are you done for now?
Well, doesn't seem to be working. Might have to try it again later. No. She kind of gets frustrated. She kind of steps up slowly. I'll try again later. Maybe if I heard one of your colleagues is going to be doing sparring later, maybe that can help me relieve some tension.
Well, Perhaps I can help you with some meditation later. I have picked up a few things in the years.
Such as?
Just be through it. I don't know what you've been taught versus what I've been taught. So,
That's fair.
when you're ready, just let me know. I can walk you through it as you go and give you pointers.
She just looks at you. No disrespect. I'll eventually come to you. But my master's still out there somewhere. And until then, I prefer to... sorry. I prefer to keep my training to myself and find him one... find him one of these days. Sooner or later. But I will come to you if I need any help.
I will respect your loyalty to your master. However, please know that all Jedi can benefit from learning from each other. And I will stand and I will dismiss myself.
Okay, fair enough. Bold move. Like it.
In that case, I'm gonna head back to the other, younglings and Padawans,
Okay.
and seeing as it's probably gonna be like herding cats, I'm gonna just start leading them all towards the cargo bay for the meeting.
Okay. The only one that doesn't come with you is Jakar, and he actually finds Nidak, and he decides to sit down and have a private conversation with him. As he comes over and slides by you, he pours himself a drink, and he just kind of sits there and doesn't chat with you for about 5 minutes. He just sits there and enjoys his drink. As he just kind of is reading the room. He kind of like looks at you. So what kind of Jedi are you?
Who said I was a Jedi?
I can sense it off of you. I mean, it's not good, but it's not hidden either. And I assume that you wouldn't allow them to duel you unless you at least had something to do it with. Unless you're missing one. He immediately takes off his lightsaber, just puts it right in front of you. If you acquire one, it makes you feel better. He lets go of it and puts it right in front of you.
You give up. You make many assumptions, and then you give up your blade to, oh, for all you know of, a possible foe? You had me thinking you were the smart one. And now, a bit disappointing if I am being completely honest.
Give me a deception check. This kid is almost kind of like a prodigy. He also got a 22 on his insight.
Oh yeah, that's a hot 12.
Okay. He looks at you. I know I'm young. I know I might look naive. But my master taught me a lot very early. I have not been very fond of the blade, as he has not been very fond of the blade. So he's taught me a lot of ways of the Force that many my age don't know quite yet. I'll admit, any confrontation, even with a lesser Jedi, I'd lose in hand-to-hand or even lightsaber combat. I'm not trained in its ways. But even from my age, understand. I see more than you do on your best of days. You are a broken Jedi, but you are a Jedi. I see you as shattered glass that needs to be mended. But as he comes back and he grabs his lightsaber and he just looks at you as he reaches out for you as he finishes this drink. What will mend you? The light or the dark? I'm hoping I hope I'll be there to see it. He starts walking off and heading towards the rest of the group. At this point, all the younglings and the apprentices are with the group. Corum, are you done with your space shower?
It'll take me
Go
45 minutes.
Brian.
Damn it, I ran out of hot water again. All right, I gotta stand here for 50 minutes to let it reload. Hang on.
Not sitting there with a towel right now, just like, woo!
I'm almost done with my hair. You don't have any hair.
Like it would take longer to dry. Hard to reach.
Got like who gel where he's like trying to make it nice and shiny, and he's trying to like clean everything like that. Who was using my Lyco cream? This sounds very expensive.
But yeah, so he'll obviously, it probably only take him like 15 minutes to get done, and he'll kind of swing up through like the galley. He just grabs something really quick to eat and like something to drink, and he'll like a coffee or something, and heads over to the cargo bay and just waits for people to arrive.
Okay.
Looked for like a big box to sit on. Just kind of waits.
It takes a couple minutes, and your companions and your guests all show up, including Nora and their apprentices and the younglings.
Okay.
Imagine I'm freaking out until Jakar shows back up, like, oh, thank God.
He just kind of comes by and he kind of, does the big brother thing where he kind of puts his hand on some of their heads and kind of like plays with their hair a little bit as he passes by. It's like, stop messing with my hair. He just kind of like up against the wall.
Once he sees kind of that last one, he's just kind of like sitting there. He's just kind of drinking. Is Marg and Shotgun and Nightack there?
Nightack, did you make your way there?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I show up at least 10 minutes late, even though.
Wouldn't you already be there?
Down the... Oh, it was in the cockpit? That was in the cargo hold.
It's in the cargo hold.
Oh, it's in the cargo hold? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm 10 minutes late.
Okay.
I lose track of time, and then I go to the kitchen, and then I get the beer that I deserve. Maybe a second one, and then I calm down.
A beer that I deserve and a beer I will deserve.
Period.
Drinking the
Joe
first
gets
beer.
it. One to get me through now, and one to get me through in 10 minutes.
You drank your first beer. Congrats. You win another beer.
Alright, so everybody's in the cargo hold.
As he sees everybody kind of coming in, he'll wait for Marg. And he's just like sitting there. And he kind of looks over at Shotgun, and he's kind of like, is that everybody?
As soon as Jakar, comes in, no, that's everybody.
Okay, he sees Nightack kind of at Nightack. And he's waiting a second. And then Marg walks in, and he's just like...
I just look at him and crack it, and then walk over.
Hey,
Shotgun's gonna, like, hop up and sit beside Corum.
Marg, anything going on with up in the cockpit while I was gone?
Honestly, no, it's kind of boring. Except for this one thing.
Oh, I
It
thought
was
you were
just like
gonna
holocom. No, I'm not gonna be that much an asshole.
Like,
It was just like one holocom that came through. It was some
a boo?
interesting, pompous guy that had some staff and cloak. It was really pretentious, but he said he was part of the court and that they destroyed the Jedi, that the Mandos weren't helping, and then that they ruled the galaxy now, whatever. I'm really interested to see what their political views are, though, before I make any judgments, but
Like it's a
I
democracy.
don't know. It's recorded. You can go watch it.
The same court that has been chasing us.
Shit, probably. I mean, why chasing us, though? I mean, these guys, for sure. I gesture to, like, all of the Padawans, and they hear me. I'm not being quiet.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
I mean, them for sure,
Thank
but...
you, Mark. Thank you. We're good. Thank you. We'll talk more later about that. It's fine.
Anytime.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, go enjoy your libation.
What?
Libations
That's
for
what I pointed.
anybody.
Go enjoy your beer. Go. Have fun.
Oh no, I'm here for this meeting.
Oh, you're. Oh my god, just go to a corner.
I stay.
Anyway. Oh. Well, okay.
I assume she starts like
Anyway.
drinking like very heavily, like you hear every gulp from her beer.
This is the whole Mikey and Ninja Turtles. Can you do that any louder?
I'm gonna wait for Corum to start talking, and then I will sip it really loudly for a good 3 seconds.
Do like a Japanese Asian sip.
Yup.
That's letting everybody know you're enjoying your beer.
I'm gonna lean over to Shock and be like, "Is everything going okay with them? I'm assuming you talked to them."
So far, I don't have much to update them with, though.
Okay. And does Nidak like come over, or he stayed over to the side?
He's gonna sit down next to Margani.
Okay. I'd be like,
I wonder
Nidak,
if he's going. I wonder if he's going to do one of his. Well, everything's going to be okay, rare sunshine species. This should.
I hand him the extra beer.
I can hear you.
As it is, you constantly hear like tools being moved around as you like hear like CX-16 work on the hyperdrive, and you just like hear like tools dropping and him like almost like 10 power drills at once. Like he keeps like doing different things with like different arms.
Yep, that's fine. It's all fine here.
Hey, we're having a serious meeting.
Oh!
No.
Okay, and immediately you hear the tools immediately stop, and he starts walking over. Meeting. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh. My bad, Corum.
That's fine. Hey, guy. Shotgun, Nidak, this is CX-19, by the way.
16,
Apparently
16,
he's been on the
16,
ship.
19s don't exist yet. 16s, we have a model.
16, my bad, sorry. This has just become a thing now.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings, children.
CX-69.
100% is gonna become a thing. Alright. Oh, I got 16. There it is. Okay. So he's just like, okay, good. Nidak, you got anything, bud? Anything going on?
No, not a thing. Go ahead.
Awesome.
I'm here. Run the meeting, good captain.
I'm trying to. What? I'm not even gonna talk about that. Anyway, all right. So he's gonna kind of like stand up on the box then, just so everybody can kind of see him. He's like, all right, everybody. My name's Corum. This is Marg. I'm sure most of you know Shotgun already. It's Nidak if you haven't met him.
The kids immediately go around as you go. It's like, hi, Corum. Hi, Mark. Hey,
Hey, thank you. Thanks, kids. He's gonna. It's the thing. The thing all teachers do, where it's like the. Anyway, so he's like, I just want to let you guys know what's going on. You're on our ship. We are currently heading for Kamino. It's the closest that we could get to. We're gonna land. We have some repairs. Hopefully restock if the Kaminoans are there and willing to talk to us. And we're gonna kind of go from there. Whoever some of your guys' leaders are, we should probably talk to you soon here. See what you guys know and can help us figure out. And we're gonna go from there. Anybody have a question or concern about what's going on?
Nami, the Mon Calamari, immediately walks up, the female. We know that, well, myself and Jack our masters were over in Tython. I'm sure that they understand the situation. There is no rush for us to go back and find them. We're willing to help you out with whatever. As far as the younglings, I don't know if you know the culture, they're not assigned to any other Jedi yet. But it would be prudent for us, if it is okay with you, to eventually find them a temple to eventually reconvene at, to go back to a council.
Well, that's what we need to discuss, because I have no idea where any of your temples are at. So we need to figure out where one is and make sure that it's safe before we go back there because of what just freaking happened. That was Tython, right? That we were just on?
Yeah, you're at Tython.
Yes.
Yeah. Because what happened to what's left of the one on Tython is probably not manageable anymore. So.
Do any of y'all have, ways to communicate with your temples? Figure out, which ones are dead?
They don't. We usually do, but in the rush, we didn't grab our holo communicators with us.
Do you have at least the like communication uplink information that we can use our communication on the ship to reach out to them?
And we don't
No
have
Jedi mind links or whatever the hell y'all do.
like the male. It like looks at you and rolls your eyes. We're
Rolls
just
his eyes?
yeah, he rolls his eyes. It's like
All right.
we're just apprentices here, ma'am. We don't have the ability to communicate to the opposite side of the galaxy to try to communicate to our masters. I appreciate that you believe we could, but
I'd appreciate too.
Nog.
look, if we're a burden, we can find our own way. You can drop us off. It's fine. We
Look, you're here right now. You're on the ship. We're gonna do what we can to get you somewhere safe and with your other Jedi Force people. But for right now, we just need some cooperation and we need to figure out a plan. And right now, the only plan we have is to get over to Kamino. That's it. So we'll go from there.
They just look at you, and some of them shake their head. The other ones kind of like look confused. You assume because they don't know what Kamino is.
If they're kind of giving me that, like, if I catch that, I'm just like, it's a planet. It's another planet. Somewhere we can land. Very water-based.
They like look. Yeah, I mean they understand that. They just didn't know what it was. But yeah, they look at it like all
Well,
confused.
don't give me dumb looks. I won't give dumb answers.
But yeah, they're like, oh, okay, all right. You can tell this whole time that they're not trying to look at you while they talk to you.
Whatever. I'll kind of like hop down from the box then and just be like, is there anything that we can do that you guys need?
Jakar mentions nothing for us.
I know I spoke to some of them earlier. They would like a training area. Is there anywhere on the ship that you would prefer we do training, so we're not interrupting the rest of you?
Kind of looks around. He's like, big open space. Nothing in here right now. You might as well use it. Just don't damage the walls.
Alright. I'll handle things as best I can.
Do we have anything actually in the launch bay on the other side or no?
No, there's actually no vessel in there. I just got that in representation of size.
He'll even say like, hey, if you need, we've got the launch bay. There's nothing in there. It's just as big. So if you need to split people up.
Okay. Thank you, Con.
It's least we could do, I guess.
How long till we get to Kamino?
What? It's another like day and a half or something.
No, like another 3 days.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought it was 3 days total. Yeah, it was, I don't know, 3 days or so. We're limping right now as it is, so I gotta go see what's going on with CX and if we're gonna make it that far. Or
Six
if we have
just
to
like
stop
looks at you
before that.
embarrassed, like, oh, right, the hyperdrive, and he immediately walks back, like, starts working on it.
Oh, we're gonna need to fix that thing or upgrade it or something.
If you need help, just call me on the intercom.
Yeah, Marg, do you mind taking the cockpit for a bit? I'm gonna go see if I can help the frickin' tin can fix this thing.
Nothing makes me happier. I get up
You're
and
a
go.
peach.
I know.
Should I say a mandarin?
I was gonna say tangerine.
Clementine.
None of them are insults. To me, I've gotten them all before at some point.
Hey, as long as
I
you don't
hop
turn
up
into
and
a blood
leave.
orange.
I'll take that too. I hop up and leave, but I don't actually leave. Is there a way to like go out of the door and then just chill on the side to eavesdrop? Not that I think they're gonna talk shit, but
Like,
just to
go out what door?
the door, the cargo hold. There's like a little corner there. Can I just sit there for a second before I go back to the cockpit?
Like, hang out over here?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Because I don't want to be there, but I want to hear if there's any juicy tea.
At this point, you hear some whispering between Jakar and Lana. Jakar speaks up. Master Nidak, I believe you had a challenge. Some training. I prefer
I glare at Nidak.
I prefer it'd be prudent for you to show off your skill level against
Leave him before anything happens, and I walk out.
against the two of us before you decide to show off your skill level of training the younglings. If you feel capable.
Seriously?
Whoa! You misunderstood. I heard the younglings wanted a space to train, so
I'm talking to all of you. Seriously?
Yeah, she's all do that. You tell him, shocking.
I'm talking to you two.
Your
I
companion-
had said that you needed a place to train. I offered it. My only price, a small finder's fee, was that you would allow me to speak to the younglings from my heart and maybe offer some wise words as you go forth on this journey that has started in less than pleasant circumstances, let us be honest. That is all. I wasn't trying to fight anybody. Angry Jedi.
You couldn't have at least asked me about it first.
If I asked, you would have said no.
You don't know that.
You're
I've been
right.
with you how many days?
You're right. I apologize. I am not used to this whole having to take other people's feelings and thoughts into account. It's a learning curve, okay? I'm sorry. But we're here now. So, let the kids train, the apprentices can train. Obviously, we have a bona fide Jedi Knight here. So, there should be no challenge to her training the young ones. Am I correct? Or have I been out of the loop of the order for too long? Because you are apprentices. She is a knight.
So wait, who are you asking?
That's
I'm just trying to get the apprentices not to want to fight Nidak. Nidak just wanted to give him a space and just kind of tell him his truth. And I mean, if I gotta fight him, I gotta fight him. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't beat up on Shotgun anymore. So.
they're not forcing you to fight them. They're just kind of like, if you like when you kind of like read the room, they're like, one of them is kind of be like, if you want to say your piece to them, you need to prove that you have the intellect and the experience to back up that speech. The other one, the male, is basically seeing through, and he kind of wants it to test you through combat to see what you'll do under certain circumstances.
All right. Well, he's gonna. Do I catch those vibes, kind of?
Yeah, you would catch him. Yeah.
Would I catch that as well?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's gonna look to Shotgun.
All I ask
Sometime-
is that you don't maim them.
Don't be.
Make sure they seem feisty. Make sure you make them promise not to maim me. He's gonna throw off his cloak.
You're capable.
Okay. Thank you. That's very kind.
You're welcome.
And he's gonna hold up his lightsaber and ignite it.
Okay.
What do you require?
We'll make you a deal. She draws out her lightsaber. He puts it aside. She will only use the way of the blade, and I will only use the force. 2 halves. Show us what you can do. We are weaker than you. If you have the experience to give some insight and some wisdom to us, this should be no contest for you. Or have I been mistaken?
Let us begin.
Before we do that, we're going to take a break. 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. See you guys in a bit. Don't go far.
Damn it.
All right, we're back. All right, so I got the positions, I got the tokens on the board. Roll me some initiative.
Remember, guys, we're not trying to gratuitize violence against children.
Yeah, no.
There is no try. There's only do or do not.
Right?
14.
Okay. All right, you get to go first.
Beautiful. Which one went with the way of the blade versus the force as far as
Green is the
tokens?
female who's using the blade. Blue is the male who is using the force.
Sweet. He is actually going to walk towards, and as he does so towards the force wielder, the way of the force, he's going to actually put out his lightsaber. The force is within us. You've heard this. You live this. But the force is a weapon. And we must become weapons to survive this galaxy. And then he's going to use his Spirit Blade ability. And he's going to conjure a blade of spirit energy and attempt to strike one creature, which the blade would be a scythe. And we'll see if that hits.
Okay.
Away. 25 to hit.
20. Yeah, that's a hit. They're just children.
There's some kind of correlation about finding out and something else I don't remember. Okay, so they're going to take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And with that ability, he gets to attack again.
Okay.
16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And another 12 points of damage.
Okay.
That's an action. Just a bonus action. That's it for right now.
Okay. Lana gets to go first, which is the lightsaber. She's immediately going to ignite her green lightsaber. She's going to run in. And she is going to attack you with her lightsaber. Not using any force abilities to it, so just using the blade by itself. That is 12.
Miss.
Okay, she's going to take her action surge to roll again. 18.
Hits.
Okay. You're going to take 10 points of force damage. And she's got an turn there because she's not using any force abilities. We're going to go to Jakar. And he is going to move back 5, 10, 15. And he is going to force push you. And he's going to use his own amplified. So that is 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
17.
17. Okay, so you only move back 5 feet. You're going to take half damage. So you're going to take 7 points of damage because it was originally 14. And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. As he's going to cast something on you that you're not familiar with.
19.
19. All right, you succeed. It seems like he's trying to peer into your mind, but you're able to block it out. Your turn.
As he got pushed back. That was good! Excellent! Your turn. He's gonna look at the one wielding blade and ignite his lightsaber. And then... he's gonna force leap and strike down with his saber.
Okay.
Using the momentum.
Okay.
How do you want me to roll for that?
If you're going to jump in the air, that's going to be both your movement, it's going to be a strike. So I first need you to give me an acrobatics check for the jump. Then you're going to swing to attack.
21 for the athletics.
Okay. Or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, sorry. I hit that, I didn't say that.
Got it. Okay, and then I need you to strike regularly with your sword.
14.
That is a miss, but you're able to get right in front of him.
Okay. As I land, I'm gonna strike upwards with the saber. Nat 20.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 13 plus 18.
Okay, so 31. As you strike down on her, she immediately moves outside to dodge it, and then she doesn't expect you to immediately have a second move. You strike back up, and she tries to parry you, but you have enough strength to push her blade back. Anything else in your turn?
If I push the blade back, can I put my lightsaber on her neck?
No, I'm just saying that as like a tactic, because obviously
okay.
if you actually touch her with lightsaber, she dies. So like this is just like a way of like bringing down her health.
Okay. Let's see. No, that's it for right now.
Okay, we go to her, we go to Lana. She is going to change a setting on her lightsaber, and she's going to go to a double-sided lightsaber, and it's going to give her a bonus action to swing. So she's going to first attack you with one side. That is 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 12 points of force damage, and then due to this, she can use her bonus action to hit you with the other side. That's 23 to hit. For 17 points of force damage. And that's the end of her turn. Jakar is going to move up to 5 feet, and he's going to do Force Impulse. That is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, as he immediately just kind of like charges up like a blast of like wind in his hand, almost like a Kamehameha wave, and he immediately just blasts out at you. As you immediately just see something that you only see masters do, even though this is a smaller amount. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
$21.
21, you succeed again, so you're going to take half damage, only move back 5 feet. So it would be 29, so you take 14 points of force damage. Your turn.
Okay, here's what I want to do, and you tell me, or here's what he wants to do, you tell me how to roll.
Okay.
He is going to charge back up to the saber user. I want to swing down and try and cut their saber in half, since they're using double-sided saber, and if I'm successful, throw one of those pieces at the force wielder.
Okay, so you'd swing. You can't throw it as an action, but you can take a piece as part of the attack, but you wouldn't be able to throw it on the same attack. Well, wait, do you have extra attack?
Yes.
Okay, so you could
I
use
have
that as
two
your extra
attacks.
attack. So you would strike down. To break the lightsaber in half, you would have to get a critical. That's the only way this would work, because you have to hit it right at the pinpoint spot between her hands without cutting her hands off, unless that's what your intention is. And
Yeah, I got 14 plus 8 for
Okay, so
22.
you're able to parry her in a way that's going to force her to take some stamina damage, but you're not able to hit her in a critical spot to actually cut the blade in half. How much damage?
13.
13. Okay. As
So since that didn't cut in half, can I use my second attack then?
yeah, you can still use a second attack. Yep.
16 to hit.
16 is a hit.
Uh, 12 plus 14.
Okay. As you strike down with enough ferocity that she immediately is just like, enough! I yield. She immediately just disengages the battery on her lightsaber. I'm out. As she looks at Jakar. He just looks at you. As he just looks at you, as his youthful gaze just looks at you. No, not yet. And he's going to stay in combat, but she's going to back out. Anything else in your turn?
Other than to say, have I not shown enough? We don't have to continue this. Do not let your ego take you to places that are harder to get back from. Believe me.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh. $22.
He puts his hands down in a peaceful motion. Just starts walking up to you. Just looks at you, and then as he side passes you to go to his sister, he just looks at you. Fair enough. Combat's over with. As he just kind of just knocks your fist with his fist without even gesturing you to move him up, as he just whispers to you. Just remember, I see you for what you are, and until you are correct, I'll stay at arm's distance away, as well as the rest of them. He starts walking off. If you feel inclined to continue training them, by all means. But where the blade is yours, feel free. Wisdom, knowledge, keep that to yourself. Kametsu.
He's gonna extinguish the blade and look around. I am, as I said, not the one to train you. No. As much as I have things to say about the author, which I will not, per our friend's request, there is one thing I will say. Every now and again, a true knight, someone who sees the world for what it is and yet lives by the tenets that the order was founded on, that it is supposed to hold most dear. So, when you have a example of that in your midst, that is who you learn from. He's gonna look to Kashakin. They're all yours, knight. And he bows and kind of backs away.
I bow in respect. You may see me as someone who is only just a bit older than the rest of you. Not long ago, I was a Padawan as well. But I have seen enough war and bloodshed and just enough of the galaxy to know my place in this world. You can pretend to know all that you want, but I will not deny that Nidak, despite his differences to the Jedi, has his own wisdom. You would still be wise to listen to what he has to say. I would not be where I am without it. As for the two of you, and I look to the ones that just battled him, I would not be so rash to duel whoever you wish. Adak, you still have much to learn. You are still young. As for the rest of you, we will take care of you. We will teach you what I know. And if you wish to find other masters or reconnect with your own, you are welcome to. But what I do know is that the Jedi Order is not currently safe. There is a reason that Tython is in shambles right now. And we need to proceed with caution. So learn what you can from me. And we will go from there.
They all bow respect. And they start moving around, practicing their sparring with each other. As the two apprentices start to leave, as Jakar just kind of comes by you, and as he kind of like goes from like his left side to your right, to your left side, just passes by. I meant no disrespect. I just need to see. You're older. Your rank is much higher than mine. But may I give you a word of wisdom of something that my master taught me? Something that I believe I might have that you might lack. No offense. You
have strong words. But speak.
Your comrade, your friend, your ally, he has a darkness that surrounds him. And if it is easily mended, then the problem will solve itself. But as my master has taught me, that little darkness shows, it can easily be able to extinguish out what light is left. If you value your friend and the rest of the group, I'd recommend helping him.
With all due respect, young one, I am aware of the situation that Nidak is in, and I will do what I can to help my friend. However, I can say that the same can be said to you. You may be wise in the Force, but you still have much to learn. Do not get conceited. Learn your saber, learn your teachings, and learn from others. But still trust the Force. I can only say that as one prodigy to the other.
He just bows to you and stays completely silent. I am with the Force. The Force is always with me. He just bows and he starts walking off.
I am going to look around and see if I can find any devices that I can help use to train the younglings.
Okay.
Kind of like what Obi-Wan pulled out for Luke.
Yeah, the helmet and
and
stuff like that. Yeah.
The helmet, yeah. I want to see if I can somehow get my hands on some of those to help the children with both saber and force fighting.
There are blaster helmets, not the same kind, but they specifically look like they're actually meant to actually be for fighting out, so they're not like shielded or anything like that. But as you walk around, you do notice the droid CX-16. The way he moves makes it look like that maybe he's a repurposed droid that might have been meant for combat once upon a time. But you don't find anything else out as far as like anything in the ship that would be good for like a person training on their own without actually having a partner sparring with them around the place, other than maybe just blindfolding them with like a scarf or something like that.
Gotcha. I'm not gonna unleash the younglings on the droid because that just seems rude and he has important work to do. However, I may take that up for myself at some point.
And when you eventually go up to the droid, you notice that like he seems to be doing more almost like a mechanic that's taking up more pieces just to solve one problem. As you see, like there's hoses all over the place, there's pieces laying all over the place. You just hear him like, "Damn Mandalorians, what'd they do to this ship? So many missing pieces!" So it's going through it and meticulously going through the hyperdrive.
You require assistance.
No, I'm off. I'm fine. The specs for the ship are not meant for these kind of levels. I don't understand why the Mandalorians did this to the ship. I'll be fine. I'll take care of it. I would. That'll be fine. I'll be fine. And he starts going back in there, and he starts like taking some pieces apart and like refusing other pieces together.
Very well, 16. If you need anything, let me know.
Very well.
She'll just return to the Padawans and give pointers wherever necessary.
Okay. Cool. Anybody else with anything important that you guys would like to do? Either on this day or the following day. They can go ahead to get into Kamino earlier if you guys would like, unless there's something you guys want to do specifically throughout the next parts of the travel.
I think Corm's just, if he's not flying, he's trying to repair whatever is broken.
Okay.
Try to help with that.
If you spend your time on it, it doesn't take too long to fix the shield generator. And then help CX work on other things. You're able to figure out, if you decide to spend your time on it up until the navigational point, is the way that the Mandalorians made this ship was not meant to use multiple functions at once. Hyperdrive fucks with the shields. Shields fuck with, navigation. And it seems like they did like a quick job to make it where you could only use like maybe 2 functions at once. And since they didn't tell you when you tried to get through the blockade, it seems like it kind of fucked with the shields, which had a chain reaction that messed with the hyperdrive. It's still working, but 6 is trying to fix it so in case you guys have to make a random jump in surprise again, it will actually work.
Got it.
But if there's no major things in a few days' time, you guys do eventually get an alert about an hour ahead that you are within an hour of Kamino. Anything you want to do before you get to that hour point?
Worm's not driving the ship, I'm driving the ship. And by driving the ship, I'm just sitting in the cockpit.
If I hear that alert, I would be going up to the front.
Okay.
I will also go as well.
With the alert, it does give you like a quick like a recon kind of like layout of like what's going on in Kamino right now. And right now it does seem pretty barren. It doesn't seem much different than the Kamino that we know from the movies. Mostly water. There's a few occasional settlements that are built in, but it seems like there's no major starships that are in orbit around. And you seem like you'd have no problem landing in Kamino if you can continue to land, if you continue to follow this random navigational jump that you did. Oh, my dog is barking so loud from outside I can hear him down here. It does show you too the quickest settlement that if you left the ship on auto of where it would land, and it looks like it's actually landing at not like the main cloning facility, but a facility that's specifically meant for like guests to get cloned. Not specifically the facility that controls all the different genetic samples, but specifically like if you contracted someone to be like, I want to make a clone of myself, this is where you go. And then it's like all the instructions and stuff like that. That's where the ship wants you to immediately land unless you choose somewhere else.
I think as we're approaching orbit, I would just kind of like do the default, send out an open comm to whatever landing, tower.
Okay. All right. So after an hour's worth of time, you automatically get out of out of light speed, and then you would immediately just be right out of orbit of Kamino.
Yeah, I'll bring us out of hyperspeed and just open comms to Kamino. This is RM85 requesting landing, repairs and refueling.
You immediately get a response after 5 seconds. Are you preparing to land?
Yes.
Very well. We will send the ship to guide you.
Copy that.
Make your way into orbit, and we'll have a ship right inside to have you guide down. Make sure all weapons are disengaged and your hyperdrive is turned off.
So.
Okay. As you start landing in orbit, you find yourself in what looks like a very, very small starfighter. This thing is an odd shape. It looks kind of like a Jedi starfighter, but instead of having the shield wings on it, it's actually a full like sphere that kind of surrounds it. As it immediately starts following you, and it just immediately you get a communique as you hear from a Kaminoan inside. Follow me down. I'll take you to the landing bay. As he immediately gets ahead of you and starts leading on to a little bit south across the sea.
And fall behind.
Okay. You do find yourself what looks like not like a large facility, but more or less just like a huge landing pad for multiple ships. And it looks like there's only one other ship that's there that's roughly your size, minus some other starfighters. For anybody on the bridge, you guys can give me a insight check to see if you can figure out anything about this ship.
It is about the ship?
The ship that's landed, if you're curious about the ship that's currently on the landing bay that you'll be cutting on.
What check was this?
Insight.
Insight. Spooky 20.
Spooky 20. Anybody else get a 17 or higher?
Sorry.
Are we all doing insight?
If you want to. If you're on the bridge and you can see out the window, yes.
Can I make an investigation on the ship for my ace piloting?
Sure.
Okay.
Did not beat that, so.
That is a... Yeah, I beat the 17.
Okay. As you start to land and the ship eventually U-turns around you to let you know where to land, the ship that you see is what is considered a I can't remember what their names are. You find yourself a Pike Syndicate ship that is landed there. As you see that they're currently unloading something into this small little harbor point. Based off of the way that this landing facility that you're being put on is it looks like there's nothing on the ground level, and it looks like you have to take an elevator down if you're going to stay. But as you land, you see that there is a small party of 5 that's walking up. Whether or not they're planning to greet you or have a gun to your head to wonder what you're doing here, you're not quite sure. But you do see 2 of them have rifles and 2 of them are unarmed and wearing what just seems like simple Kamino garbs.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it in. Is anybody else in the cockpit with me? I know Mark was, right? All right, so Mark and shotgun. I will point out and be like, all right, so I don't know what kind of reception we're coming into here. We got a Pike Syndicate ship sitting over there, so just, heads on a swivel here. I don't know what the hell's going on. But
You want me to get my rifle?
yeah, grab your rifle.
Got my sabers.
Let's get Nidak. Shotgun, let's keep everybody on the ship. Let's keep them quiet. Keep them sort of hidden. They don't need to know we have these people.
Sounds good. I'll let the children know.
Yeah, try to keep them quiet as we can. And I'm not saying we're in for trouble, but just be prepared for it, as always.
I go retrieve my
Shotgun
rifle, and in the process, I go get Nidak.
Shotgun will dart off to let the children know not to leave the ship and to kind of keep it low.
Okay.
And then meet at the hangar or wherever.
Yeah, we'll meet at the exit ramp.
Okay.
He's gonna see that Mark's got a rifle. We expecting trouble?
There's a Pike Syndicate here. Corum just wants us to be on guard.
Fine, let's go.
Okay.
I go meet them.
All right. As you...
On our way...
All 4 of you are going down?
On our way... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Are all 4 of you going down?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Do we see the apprentices on our way down?
I mean, they're kind of scattered amongst the place.
Do I see the prodigy specifically?
Yeah, he's just sitting at the table that he originally met you with, and he's just having what looks like a small cup of tea.
Perfect. Nidak's gonna pull out a chair opposite of him and sit down for a quick second.
He doesn't bother moving his gaze away as if it never happened. He's just focused on his drink.
We're leaving the ship. The knight, myself, the captain, and our other friend.
Do you need some companions with you?
No, I need you to live up to your ego and your title of prodigy. Protect this ship. Protect your fellows. Don't fail. Prove that this persona of you are greater than your age shows. Words, actions, keep them safe. And then he's gonna just get up and leave before the guy can even say anything back.
Fair enough. Man, this session's all about I'm gonna quick run away before someone can respond.
It's a good move. AKA the conversational Batman.
Old strategy. Cotton, let's see if it pays off.
We love a good Irish goodbye.
Okay. All right. A second. All right, so
Can't wait for all of us to get on the ramp before I'm like, what are we doing here again?
Repairs, supplies, and we need a plan to get out of
Are we
here
dropping the
somewhere.
kids off here?
No, fucking is there a temple here?
I'll look at you.
Ain't gotta worry about me. I'm super sweet.
I'm the picture of friendliness.
Oh, all right, game faces, people.
Good faces. All right. So
He goes to put his skull mask on. Oh no, you said keep it friendly. Okay.
all right. So as you guys start heading out, as you immediately see the forever going on rain that has Kamino for its weather. As again you see these 5 Kaminoans come up, 3 in gowns, 2 with not really battle armor, but more or less just like a tactical suit on with simple rifles. As you do see them kind of stop as one walks forward. As you walk down, you see tall, even for a Kaminoan, female. The few braids that she's got are kind of like kind of makes it look like she's trying to have dreads, even though they don't have too long for hair. Greetings. I am Counselor Yali Helnoy. What can I expect with your visit, other than repairs?
Hey, counselor. Yeah, sorry, we ran into some trouble back there on Tython. We just need to get some repairs, get some fuel. Hopefully we'll be out of your hair as soon as we can get this bird back up in the air.
Tython, you say? Hope not too much trouble.
I
Quite a
get
bit.
the look.
Quite a bit of trouble was there. Not from us.
We hope that you do not bring trouble with you.
Pretty sure my skills lost him back there, so I think we're okay.
Very well. If you expect repairs and place to lay your head, we offer services. Since you are, I'm assuming, are not a customer with us, the flat rate per day for repairs and stain will be 100 credits.
Seems fair. We have that right. Yeah. What kind of credits are they looking for here? Sorry.
They don't say, but you assume because this is part of Republic territory, you assume Republic credits.
Perfect. I'm sorry, Margan Nidek, did I give you guys credits?
No, you said you were
think so.
going to though.
Okay. I think
Hey, Captain.
I was going to. Yep, putts. I think it was Republic credits actually. So, you guys should have gotten 300 Republic credits, I think. I think you gave us 1,200, right? For the transport for the girl.
Probably, yeah.
It's too round of a number that I have in my
This
inventory.
was 2 weeks ago, man. I don't know what you want from me.
1,200, yeah.
I said 12,000,
good.
right? Yeah.
1 million.
Yeah. So you guys should each have it at like 300, I believe.
Excellent. Swimming in cash.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. He says hopefully it shouldn't. If you can have your people look at the ship, that'd be great. I'm hoping it shouldn't take more than a day or two with repairs. There's only a few things. I've got a diagnostic droid on board that he can give you the list of what he's found that are issues.
Very well. I will send my 2 mechanics into the ship and have them work on your pieces along with a couple that are going to work on the exterior.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Very well.
I can get him if you like. I can just meet you right here.
Very well. Just stands there waiting.
Ayo, CX-16!
Immediately you just hear like 3 things drop as soon as you say that. What? Ah! Starts hearing like
Got a diagnostics report?
the steel metal clamping really fast as pitter patter across. What's going on? I can't come out here. It's gonna make me rust.
Report.
He's in the ramp here. If you want to go up there, send your people in to talk to him real quick. He can give them the lowdown. If you guys can give us some supplies, I can work on some of the internal repairs myself.
Very well. As like two of them immediately go up and immediately start talking to CX.
I go with them because I don't want them going too far in.
Okay. CX gives information of pieces that need to be done while he repairs on the inside and will take care of the outside.
May I also inquire as to additional food supplies?
Food for your travels on the way out.
Yes, looking to purchase extra.
Any purchases that you would like to make as far as your travels afterwards, you can purchase inside.
Alright, thank you.
That'll be all. I will make sure that my attendee will take you to your rooms, show you around, and for some reason, any other obstacles come your way via our side, your side, I will make sure that they are brought to your attention at much haste.
That's fine. Also, who would I need to speak to? I mean, we are a transport ship. You know, we move cargo, move other things. So if there's someone in your organization that might need some supplies moved or something, well, we're looking for work.
How loud do you say that?
Just kind of loud enough to. Well, I guess loud enough, just like I'm having a conversation.
Okay. You notice that one of the soldiers kind of get interested in it, but her attendee immediately runs up. This is my attendee, Lynn. She will take care of any questions you have, and she also deals with the import-exports of Kamino. If you have any kind of merchandise that you would like to move, as long as it's completely legal to Kamino, you can talk to her as far as that. That being said, I apologize for my haste. There are many things I must attend to. Again, I am Nili, and I bid you all a pleasant evening. And she starts walking out with one of the soldiers, as one of the soldiers stays with Lynn, along with another attendee that's with Lynn that has not been introduced yet.
Is this the soldier that, like, peeked up?
Yeah, the soldier that's staying with her is the one that peeked up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be like, all right, Lynn, yeah, if you want to show us where we're heading, I got to run back on in the ship for a second. I know you got a security detail here. Does he want to step into the ship, just keep an eye on stuff, or is he okay here?
Very well. I can leave our attendant with you, and I can take the rest of you with over to your rooms, if that is comfortable. Very well.
I'm gonna actually yell back, hey Mark, you want to go with Nidek to find the rooms? I'll talk to the engineer guys, and then we'll meet Shock and can meet you down there.
Are we allowed to find a bar first?
No bar fights?
I apologize, but we do not procure alcohol on Kamino.
Fair enough.
We're going to need it.
When Quorum calls out to her, she's still with the mechanics and CX-16. She looks at him and be like, actually, there's something I need to take care of in here. Can I borrow you for a second?
Yeah, I gotta grab something up from inside the ship real quick anyway. So, CX, just give them the full diagnostic, and I'll be back in a second.
He quick types something up on a little data pad and immediately passes it to them, as one of them immediately runs in to start getting stuff ready, as the other one starts checking out the outside hull to see if there's any damages that need to be repaired. And then he goes back and he starts working on the hyperdrive.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Quorum into the ship until we're out of earshot from everyone outside.
Okay. The soldier is standing at the bottom of the landing pad, but you can't tell of his perception of how well he can hear.
I will go as far in as possible to make sure he can hear.
Okay, fair enough.
Probably standing near him.
Yeah, Nidak would have, like, I think me and Shotgun would have picked up on the I need you to help me with something, and start talking up the soldier so he can't hear anything.
Okay.
I apologize, we're a bit frazzled. We've been through a lot the last few days.
You wouldn't believe the stories.
Alright.
You sure you didn't bring trouble with you?
Oh, certain. Just, a lot of
Is this
stories.
if that looks like trouble?
I would not know. I do not leave Kamino. Well, I've never left Kamino.
Well, no, it's not. So
Oh,
you're
okay.
good.
Okay. Other than the common import exporters that we have, as she kind of gestures over to the Pike's shuttle. I'm not used to seeing any other much races or any other ships that come through a lot. We are not, as you would call it, tourist destination.
I can't imagine why. Rain.
You might find it as a nuisance, but it is quite good for our skin. We've grown, obviously, adapt to it, evolve, and whatnot. It is a dry
Yes, I'm
land
sure
that
it
would
makes
not
you
work for
many
us.
moist.
Stop.
I wonder if we've ever had a session that there's not one sexual innuendo that's brought up. Just one.
Nope.
Just one.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised it came from Jeremy. I'm just surprised it came from Jeremy first.
Saw a movie called that once.
Anyways. Alright, as soon as Mark thinks that we're out of earshot from the mechanic, she's gonna whip Corm aside and be like, what the hell are you doing? Tython? You're gonna tell them about Tython?
They can check our freaking records and they'll know that's where we came from.
Okay, keep it vague as possible. The less information, the better.
And
You
I
ever
just said
smuggled
Tython.
something before? Have you ever smuggled kids before?
Did I tell them about the children?
No, but they're gonna put two and two together.
Not necessarily. If we're
Look,
out
I
of
know
here
you
before.
weren't there. I know you weren't there for the whole holocom thing of, Slender Man. I'm sorry. Alright. Fuck. I'm sorry, Slender Man. I know you weren't there for the whole holocom thing with the guy with the big robes and the staff, but if they're controlling the whole galaxy and Typhon was there doing, maybe we should keep that on the DL?
Look, before anything happens, and all you said, I'll probably have listened to the message before this point. I would just say, look, they just said follow the rules. They said just lie low, do what they say, and right now we don't even know what those fucking rules are. So all we can do is just say we came from there. That's it. They don't need to know we're at the Jedi Temple. They don't know that we have a whole load of freaking children in here. That's it. Okay. Okay. Listen. All right. I'm gonna have Shotgun have these kids hold up back in the cargo bay away from the rest of the ship. So if any of these mokes show up in the ship, but realistically, I'm going to try to take care of what I can with CX inside. If they try to get in, I'm going to tell them no.
Realistically, yes. We need to control what's in the ship. We don't need to be telling anyone anything if that's possible. We get in, get our shit, get out.
Well, that's what we're working on, all right? But
Alright.
again, they're going to be able to check our flight records. They're going to probably, and they're going to see that we
If they
came from
want
there.
to pry, don't give them a reason to pry.
They're going to pry. I've never been to a single spaceport where they don't pry.
Well, sorry, someone's just happy open communication here, but I find that the less you say, the better.
Yeah, and I find if you give them just enough to let them back off because they think you're giving them the information, then they do back off.
This is a port. They don't care where you've been coming from and going. Leave it as
Yeah.
vague as possible.
Because a counselor and 2 armed guards don't care where we came from. They obviously do. If they didn't care, they would have just had us land, had security meet us, and that was it.
So don't you think it's suspicious if a counselor and 2 armed guards are meeting us that we tell them we came from fucking Tython?
And again, you give them just enough information so they think they got what they want and they leave. That's it.
Or you give them a reason to pry more?
Oh my god. Just go not drink. We'll get this taken care of. We're going to get out of here as fast as we can.
You really want us to stay off the ship?
If
Not
you
leave the
want,
room?
that's up to you.
Well, the booze is here! And I'll walk off.
Oh my god. Where's the space Advil? I'm gonna just like walk back out and hey, Shotgun, can you make sure all the stuff is secured in the cargo hold and it's not gonna move around?
Absolutely. Do
Yeah.
you want me to just stay here in general? I can make sure things are in order as long as you guys can get some extra food for the trip.
It sounds like a great thing for Marg and Nidak to do, because they are so wonderful with people, and I think they can get those supplies for us. I'm going to be busy repairing things internally, so Just
Bet your blue ass I am. I start walking down.
At least I have one.
Sticks
I
and
will-
stones to break my bones, bitch.
I will make sure everything's in order.
Yeah, just make sure the cargo is secure, and I will be back in here momentarily.
Take your time. She just darts back up.
I will kind of walk out to the end of the ramp where the soldier is, and be like, hey, so my two companion here will probably be going with you. I'm gonna head back in. Can you have your engineers just drop off the supplies just inside the ramp here, and I'll take care of whatever internal repairs.
Of course, sir.
And I'm gonna kind of like lean into him and be like, "Hey, friend, couldn't help but notice that you peaked up with some interest there when I said we moved some stuff here and there."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, look here. I don't judge. All I'm saying is a job is a job. If you had something that you needed taken from point A to point B, I might be able to help you. Discreetly.
He lifts up like the visor of like his smaller helmet. He just like looks at you. How discreet?
I don't even need to know what's in the box.
What's your rate?
Depends on what you're trying to move or how big it is. Or where it's going.
Well, you said you didn't know the box. What's inside? Tell you
I
the
say what's
weight.
inside, I said how big.
Can give you the parameters. Probably about 100 units. Maybe 10 by 10. 2 parcels.
Okay, where's it going?
I need to go to Utapau.
Isn't that where we started trying to get to in the first place?
That's where you guys met. Yeah, it was on a vessel going to Utapau.
Well, friend, I don't know the condition of Utapau right now, because last I heard, it was having some troubles of its own.
He reaches in closer to you. Well, my sources have told me that getting things in and out of Utapau is much easier than anything else. In fact, they are allowing most people to transport goods as long as you have the proper paperwork.
Well, it's going to cost you then, because that paperwork isn't cheap.
Understandable. So how much?
Oh, 10 by 10. Head back to Utapau. Take us a bit to get there. My understanding is this new court is held up around there, so a little hazard pay probably thrown in there. I'm gonna say, 10 by 10, 2 parcels. Figure 1,000 each parcel, so 2,000 credits. Would you like me to make a persuasion?
No, he's gonna give you he's gonna sleight of hand, which he just did successfully, and he's gonna give you half of it now. Get half it now. Parcels can't be on your ship for 3 days. Half it now to make sure you stay. And I'll make sure the other half is transported with the goods when they get on the ship.
Oh, so it'll take 3 days to get them here.
Yep.
Okay. I'll let them know. That's fine. Just make sure they're here. Let me know when you get here with them, and I'll make sure they get loaded.
Very well.
Were those Republic credits?
Yes.
I will. I'll take the credits, whatever kind of pocket, and then I will just kind of like I give him just like a handshake, just to kind of seal the deal, and then
He palms
I'm
his
gonna walk.
large hand on yours. Shakes.
okay. And I'm gonna walk as soon as Marg comes back out of the ship, towards like the ramp. Or actually, no, I'm just gonna walk up to Nadak. He's there. So I'll walk up to Nidak and kind of like reach in my pocket and I pull out the 500 credits and I'm like, hey, for supplies and stuff here.
It will be well spent.
Buy yourself something nice.
He did. He got armor. It's sweet. Buy a training saber so you can beat some children.
I need an oversized training saber.
The big old wiffle ball bat.
There we go.
Kamino wiffle ball bat. Yeah, he's just like, here's for the supplies for whatever you mark, and then just make sure to get plenty of food.
I can get food, no problem.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Put a
think
bell
we
on
need
it.
Edible
for the
food.
kids.
They're like
Alright.
a request. Otherwise, we're just gonna get whatever we want.
I mean, I would suggest getting a lot of rations.
I got
fill
500
our
cuts worth of
cabinets.
Slim Jims.
Everyone gets a granola bar for breakfast.
Hope you guys like cheese and crackers.
And not the good
Future
cheese and
boys for
crackers.
everybody.
And we all get steak dinners.
It'll just be like,
Want a
use your
peanut
best
butter
effort.
sandwich?
We don't have any peanut butter left, Jimmy.
All we have is lobster, and that's not for you.
You can have the leftover butter from last night.
Butter bread. Mm.
But he'll just be like, yeah, use your discretion, and just So, and then he's gonna head back into the ship to start working on it.
Okay.
He's gonna yell, "Don't worry! Discretion is my middle name!"
Just climbing up the ladder, like, fucking, why do I do this every time?
Lynn immediately looks at Nadak and Margani. I mean, it looks
Who does?
Lynn, the assist.
Security guard guy.
No, Lynn is
Oh.
The gopher.
yeah. She's the one that's gonna. She's the one that deals with imports, exports, and she's the one that's gonna show you rooms. If you are ready,
Oh.
this way, please.
I mean,
Maybe
actually,
start.
I think I'm going to stay on the ship. I'm rather fond of my new bed, but, I'll go with you, I guess. I don't know, Nadak, are you staying here off ship?
I have to get supplies. I'm awful comfortable on the ship. I don't do well with new sleep spaces, but
Hear me out, sis. You might do a surprise one real quick. Are you going to be around? We can come find you later.
Who are you talking to?
The gopher chick person?
Lynn. What were you asking?
We're gonna go do errand supply. It's pretty urgent. We're pretty low on supplies. Can we come find you later, maybe for those rooms, or I can send one of them?
Yeah, I mean, I can show you where everything is. Or do you not require a room? If you feel comfortable staying on the ship, you can stay on the ship.
I feel comfortable on the ship. It's like well, it is my home now at this point. Shit. Anyway, I feel really comfortable on the ship, but not quite sure about my fellow crew. So I can go ask them. Then come find you if need be. Does that work?
She looks at the person right next to her. I can be patient. And she just steps back like 10 feet and she waits for you.
That's a real lovely virtue. Wish I had it. Do you need anything else to do in the meantime?
No. My attention is on you. I can wait.
Alright, well. You need us to get you anything while we're on a supplies run? Not like a...
Wait,
Honey
so,
bun?
okay. Alright, so, okay. A DM, I'm confused with the DM. Okay, so. Are you going to
She
get
wants to show us our rooms, but I'm not staying in a room, and Nidak, I believe, is not either, and we're just gonna go get supplies, so she's trying to be like, hey, come back later.
No. Okay, so there was some confusion. Okay, so
Okay, might be.
she was going to show you inside, show you 2 rooms, and then you guys can go look around and go buy supplies. You guys can't enter into the place without her.
Oh,
So-
okay. All right.
I thought you were
is-
implying
yeah,
that you were
very
going to hang out on the ship for a little while and then you're going to let her know. So
Nope.
she was just going to stay on there and wait till you wanted to get supplies.
We just go try to get in. She's just sitting there watching us. Okay, retcon some of that.
Okay.
Actually, think some of us might stay on the ship. If you want to go ahead and show us around the rest of Kamino, I think that'd be excellent.
Okay. Very well. This way, please.
And this is like a dry planet, just to be sure. There's no, booze.
Oh, alcohol is not partaken on Kamino. It is.
Really? Why is
Barb,
that?
That's not what she asked. She asked if there was booze on the planet, not your opinion, but fine.
I am confused by your question. Are you saying, can you harvest booze? Or is it just
Well,
possible
no,
to purchase it somewhere?
If it's not legal, we are alright. But, was just curious of the, culture here, that's all.
As she starts walking with you and starts talking, us Kaminoans live to work. Every day is a job that we do to better ourselves and better our functions with the outside planets and our cloning. We have no time for festivities or parties or any partaking of substances.
Sounds fun.
I don't know if you saw what Nidak just did.
No, I missed it.
He
Exactly, the character
Flask.
missed it too.
he pulled a visible flask from his coat and took a huge swig while she was talking.
She
All
looks.
right.
She looks at you. If you have your own liquid refreshments, we will not prohibit you from drinking them. It is not that it is not
Oh,
illegal.
thank you, fucking
Us
gods.
Kaminoans do not drink. We do not procure. Our ways are obviously different than yours. At this point, you guys have gotten inside, and much like the movies, it's exactly the same thing. Full white walls, no major decor. Doors that open up in a very organic fashion. As eventually you're into like a center lobby full of guests. You see many pikes there. And you see a couple humans and what looks like a what looks like two bounty hunters. But due to their helmets on, you cannot tell specifically what race they are, but they do have the standard humanoid features. And she mentions to you, if you would like to converse, or as I assume that you all say, live it up with the others, this is where the hall happens. But she takes you down like a couple hallways and takes you down to the door, and then she shows you a room in case you do want to stay there. But then she shows you an area where you can actually buy supplies, and everything is done through kind of like a vending service, where like a droid's there, and you just like order something on a data pad, and the droid specific like puts it on like a small like floating pallet for you.
Okay. What was her name again?
Her name is Lynn. L-A-N.
Lynn. Okay. Well, thank you, Lynn. That is most appreciative. And thank you for the insight. I've actually never been to Kamino before, so pretty interested.
Welcome here for your first time. Like I said, I know it's not a very touristy attraction, but we hope that you stay and maybe do some business with us.
Oh, I'm sure. We have been traveling very far, and we're a little tired, so we'll be here probably for a little bit. But hope to get out of your hair soon.
They don't have hair.
I've
Was that supposed to be a joke?
no.
No. Obviously.
Sorry, it's a figure of speech picked up. Spent a lot of time in cantinas growing up. We'll get out of your way soon, then.
As I said, we do not have cantinas here.
I understand that. It's a very interesting culture in of itself. So, if you'd like to learn more than happy to talk about it. Spent a lot of time there. But, yeah, if there's anything you need, you can let us know.
Likewise.
Unless you, okay.
Lynn, you seem very good at your job. If you don't mind me saying.
Well,
And
thank you.
you seem to be very skilled at explaining the culture of your lovely planet and sharing. And in the spirit of sharing, I think you should try a small sip of this. And he's going to hold out his flask. In celebration of our friendship. And your wonderful service.
I appreciate the offer, but like I said, we do not partake in any kind of substances that affects the mind.
Perfectly respectable. Just look at Nightack and be like, put him away.
As she just looks at you. But, that being said, you all have a fantastic night. If you so feel comfortable to stay here, the room is available to you. If not, we will indicate to you either way when the ship is complete.
Perfect. And if you need anything from us, just let us know. We are a completely open book, and we are more than happy to be helpful to y'all.
As immediately
Yeah, we should sit.
her assistant immediately comes up to her. Ma'am, the customer? Ah, right. Unless there's any other questions, I must be going. She starts walking off.
Take care, Lynn.
Bye.
Just turn to Nightack. Bless her heart. Alrighty.
If I didn't
You're not
have a
doing it
drinking
right. You're not
problem,
doing it
she'd
right. You
make
gotta-
me want one.
Oh, bless her heart.
Oh, bless her heart. I'm not waiting to use that.
Bless, bless her dry, sober heart.
Alrighty, well, if we can't get a resupply of that here, maybe we should ration it a little bit. Just a thought. I have my own stash.
this-
Anyway.
You have your own stash. I mean,
Yeah,
what?
I know, and somebody
Yeah.
got into it. Don't think I've
Yeah,
forgotten
damn.
about that.
God damn, Corum. What inconsiderate, I say.
He looks as lightweight as fucking Wolfcat. I don't believe it's him. Come on now.
It's like you don't notice
It-
right away, but there's someone listening to you that's like only like on the opposite side of the corner as you just hear someone just kind of speak to you. Trying to find something here that they don't have. I can procure you items that you're interested in. What's your fancy?
Oh. Who's asking?
A procure of goods. Nothing more, nothing less.
Who is it?
You see what actually seems like a very athletic build of a pike. But he's got like a long coat. And he has kind of like a sort of like a bandana on it, but it's kind of like shaped to kind of like fit through a pike's head, since they do have like an awkward alien shaped kind of head. But
Well, you got it on you, or?
well, I must know what you're wanting to procure before I know if I have it on my possession.
Got any Tahar?
You're looking for a good time?
Just something to smooth over my journey here. But I'm not in a rush. I can wait.
She like looks at you. Is that all? Nothing else?
Are you expecting me to buy death sticks? This isn't Nar Shaddaa, hon.
Death sticks. What kind of low life do you think me for?
Well, what are you offering then? Speak plainly.
I'm gonna do an insight check on you. Perhaps I mistaken. You have a fine day. He starts walking away.
Can I insight check him?
You can offer a quick movement.
Okay, it's worth a shot. I just want to know what he's looking for. You want to buy some death sticks? That was my first thought. 17, what does that tell me?
With your non-direct about what you wanted, much like any kind of dealer where a person asks too many questions, he started getting suspect about you. He decided to back out, thinking that is problematic to try to make a deal with you.
Look at Nidak and be like, well, that was weird.
I don't like this place.
Oh, I mean, I don't either, but let's get what we need and get out of here, I guess. Start walking over to a vending machine.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to go talk to him, be my guest, but you pull that lightsaber out, I'm running.
So you're just gonna get like a bunch of supplies, like food and
Yeah,
stuff?
food rations.
blanket.
Go. Is it box patches? Because we don't have tanks.
Get what?
Bacta, Bacta patches. What are they called? What is? I'm
Oh,
Republic. Another Star Wars thing I can spell perfectly fine, but pronouncing it, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Bacta tanks.
Well, they have tanks, but
There's Bacta tanks and there's stim packs.
stim packs. Thank you. Sorry, it's been a really long time since
No,
I
you're
played
good.
the Old Republic.
Yeah, stim packs would be the portable ones. Bacta tanks would be the ones that
That's-
you would actually have installed in places.
Yeah, I'm looking for the stim packs then. Because I will not be caught slacking. Not on my watch. Not in front of these kids.
Okay. How much are you gonna give
yeah.
the vendor?
Food rations. I mean, fuck. We've got so many people in this damn ship. What's a non-sus number? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Sus number you would not know.
Yeah, I'd be like, I need 120 rations, and they're like, what the fuck? Like,
Well,
so,
this is not like buy like something for lunch for yourself. This is actually buying things in bulk. So it's not.
Okay,
it's actually more
perfect.
suspect if you actually decide to go low.
cool.
This is like the
how much would
Costco
a
of
week's
supplies.
worth of rations be?
A week's worth of rations. If you're looking at basic rations, like the simplest, like no extra flavoring to them, it would be about 200 Republic credits.
Okay. What about the fancier ones with flavoring?
500 credits.
Alrighty. Let's do the 200 and the 500.
Immediately, two small pallets are floating out that start coming in your direction.
Okay. And then what about stim packs?
Stim
How
packs
much are they?
themselves. So stim packs are priced the same way as potions. So 50 Republic credits for a basic stim pack. The stim packs process, so you can just process them as potions. So basic stim pack, then this is superior, greater, etc., etc., etc. Stim packs are just the replacement for potions in this. So 50.
Okay, so
50. I think was it 50? Then hang on. It's. Let me pull up the price guide. So it's 50 for a regular stim pack, 200 for a greater, 2,000 for superior, and 20,000 for supreme.
Let's get. So you said 50 for the basic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do. Oh my god, what is math? That would be 250 for 5.
Uh-huh.
And then how much for the greater?
Greater is 200.
200. Let's do 3 greater, and then we'll do 5 of the basic stim packs.
Okay, so 3
would
graders
be-
is 600, then 250, so that'd be 850.
Whew. Okay, all in all, that is 1,550 credits. I am no longer stacked. That's fine. I'll cry about it.
You just
Um,
blew your metaphorical load.
Is that what the 500 I gave you guys?
Did you give us 500? I thought you gave us 300.
300 each from before, but I just gave 500 for supplies to Nidak.
I you gotta share that information.
I thought you heard. My mistake. Yeah, so we have the 500 plus we each got 300 prior.
Okay, so I'm gonna deduct 500 from that, so that's 1,050 credits. Which Marg will be so kind and charitable and pay for that out of her own little sus bank account.
Wow.
Oh no, it's so sweet of me. Just be like,
Bless
y'all
your
can know me
heart.
later. Bless my heart. Y'all can know me later, or you can not touch my stash again and then restock it like I want you to. Look at Nidak.
Well, the next planet, I would do that now, but for these fucking places.
You can go talk to the
Didn't it?
pack, but I don't.
I feel like that kind of booze is not the kind of drunk you come back from.
Something tells me it's actual battery acid, so.
Agreed. I owe you next wet planet, and not rain. I will restock.
Alrighty, I'll hold you to that. Is there anything else we need?
We got blankets. They got blankets. The kids want. Some of the smaller ones were complaining it's too cold. They're young, so we'll give them a pass. Get a few blankets.
Few blankets?
Some
I'll get-
furs, some tauntaun furs. What's the export import?
Just buy yourself a
How much are
tauntaun so you can just
blankets?
harvest it right there and just let them sit in it.
How much are like cheap airplane style blankets?
the shitty. I would say if you just wanted to get a blanket per person, it would just be like 1 credit.
Oh, sure. I'll get them like 15. No, 16, because there's like, I guess 16 of them.
Okay,
I'm
so
feeling
16
nice
credits
today.
for 16
Yeah.
blankets. You're feeling generous.
I'm feeling generous. I watch it leave my bank account and I'm like, oh, man. Okay, yeah. So, 16 credits.
We really did
Okay.
a 180. We went from beating these kids to spending all our money on these kids. If that's
You
not
don't think I'm not
parenting, I
gonna
don't
try
know
to
what
get
is.
some money out of it wherever we drop them off? You're mistaken. You know, can they vend nice steak dinners? I deserve a little treat. I am being 100% serious.
Hang on 1 second.
What's something fancy I can get for myself that's not obviously alcohol at this point?
So what you can do yourself is you can buy a Wea meat, which are the birds that are native to Kamino.
Okay.
You have no idea of how you would translate it, but it's considered a delicacy on Kamino. These
How
are
expensive is it?
so if you want it portioned out in pieces per person, a steak itself is 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I'll get all of us some little nice steak dinners. Go
Okay.
team.
If you want
Doing
a
my
full
mom
meal other
duties.
than just the meat, then it would be an extra coin per to actually come with like
Right.
this, like a drink and stuff like that with it.
Nidek would like
Okay.
to see if there's like a really if there's any furs for sale, like big fur throws or rugs, and also any. I know they don't have booze, but any like nice sparkling juice to go along with our nice steak dinner, like we're proper parents after putting the kids.
Yeah,
to bed.
they come with kind of like a sparkling wine sort of thing, but they're kind of put in like these. I want to call them fancy juice boxes.
That hurts our souls. Yeah, send the two
Wonder-
alcoholics. That's a great idea.
Maybe we can stuff it somewhere and it'll ferment. Put it next to the engine.
Can you buy yeast from the vending machine?
Just buy a bunch of
Champions
potatoes
will
from them.
find a way. Excuse me, do you have a clear bucket?
Please do not turn the launching bay into a distillery.
All right, so
Micro-
we'll,
Worm has his way
Here
of
we
making
come.
side coin. We have our own. Leave us alone.
I mean, okay. So while you guys are doing purchases, real quick, Quorum and Shotgun, is there anything you guys want to do?
I'm just fixing up the ship as best I can.
Okay.
I am probably just tending to the younglings and Padawans as best I can.
So then,
I guess at this point, just herding them all into the cargo bay and getting them settled.
fair enough. All right. So then, Quorum and Shotgun, just give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Is it us not getting into drama this time? Is it them?
You said perception?
Correct.
Joe figured us out. I'll put those son of a bitches on a dry planet.
That's 15.
You're
We're
really
gonna do combat when I want this time.
What'd you get?
19.
15.
Okay. As the day comes to a close, purchases are being taken care of. I'm assuming that eventually Nadak and Margani head backward to the ship. You notice, at least Shotgun and Quorum, you notice a few ships entering the orbit. Since it is a clear sky, these ships are not ships that you're familiar with, but they are large and grandiose. And they immediately grab enough attention for anybody who's outside to see. At first glance, you assume that they're a Republic cruiser, but as you focus on it a little bit further, they have a design that makes them much more different than a standard Republic SL cruiser. But with that, we're actually
Can I make my way to the? I was like, can I make my way to the cockpit for a long range scanner to see if I can scan them?
Sure.
Back roll, I'm guessing. 17.
17. Scanning it from the distance, they do not register as anything that's found on the scanner. They are not as a registered vehicle or a registered ship. But the first thing you
Okay.
notice is they also seem very outdated. As in, like, these ships look like they have not been cleaned in a long time. But we're going to end it there.
Sucks.
And
Bees, zombies.
the thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for the follows. We have Echoes tomorrow, so don't miss out on that. They actually have a pretty cool boss battle tomorrow that I'm really excited for. And then do not forget that next week is actually a week off for the Nerdy Playbook, so we will not have any Nerdy Playbook streams next week, but we'll be back on to regular schedule the following week. So check us out tomorrow, same time, 6:30 p.m. Central, and we'll see you then. So everybody have a fantastic night. We'll see you later.
Good night.